Welcome back to the Jeremiah Show. My special guest today, Gary Dranow. He's sharing his music. We're talking about his life. We're getting to know each other a little bit here today on the show and doing one of my favorite things, listening to good music. In the meantime, you are listening to The Concrete Jungle right now. Gary, love this song. Rocking. What do
Uh,
you, who's on this song? Who did you
that is
collaborate with?
that's me and Klima Polkov from Kyiv, Ukraine, and
Okay.
that is Klim singing. And I wrote the lyrics and gave him the musical idea, and he arranged and mastered the song with his partner Roman Kunetsov, who is a monstrous guitar player. And yeah, that's Concrete Jungle.
You're one thing I noticed. Not only sometimes you don't get the two together. There's a great lyricist or a songwriter, but they're and as a musician, it's not, they don't quite have it, or vice versa. But what I really, and I didn't know this, that you wrote all your songs that we're listening to, and the song you write your own songs. What I didn't realize was that, and that what's you back it up with a really good sound. It's a really, I just like your sound. I like what you're doing. Musically, a lot of fun to, kind of get you going, but also lyrically beautifully written, storytelling wise. And I imagine that's difficult to do. I couldn't do it. So if we were going to go through your life, because it's a big life that you live and that you have lived. It feels like it's been well lived, although you've had much writing material to refer to. You've had a lot of ups and downs, but a good life. And if we had to break it and shatter it and then put it back together, Gary, like in order of importance to you, taking music, taking writing, taking love, entrepreneurship, and your collaborations, what stands out on top as most monumental to your life in those areas? What has been
Jeremiah, it's what I get the biggest thrill from is playing live. That is what I live for.
playing
And
live?
playing live, yeah, that is when I'm feeling I'm in flow when I'm playing live, and
Yeah,
it's when I feel on top of the world.
yeah. Describe what that feels like to you. Like, what is, you're in flow? You said that you're in sync with the world. You are on top of the world. What does it do for you? You know, personally, like energetically, to your, what does it add to your life? What are some of those feelings that you get from that live audience and playing your music?
Well, there's first adrenaline,
Yeah.
which uh, you can't discount, and then there's when it's over. What I always do is I go back because I live stream my music. There's always a recording left on YouTube or Facebook or both, and I always go back and listen to my shows, and I get lost satisfaction from it.
Do you go back? Does it take you back to, you're watching yourself now as a audience member might, or a fan? Does it, do you just spin and go, I'm back there. I'm back in that moment. Does it take you back?
It, when I'm performing live, yeah. Uh, Kind of a tangent. The music that I write, once I write a song and it gets produced, mastered, I don't feel any ownership for the song. It's really weird.
Hmm.
So
So it's a
I,
lot of work and effort, but then once you've produced it, performed it, and you're happy with it, you detach.
I, it lets me go back to listen to it like I'm listening to somebody else's music. It's really weird.
Wow, that must be very cool, especially since it's such good music. What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite that you like to play on stage live?
My favorite is Destiny Road. which is from my 1995 album. And Destiny Road came from a very, very vivid dream I had in like 94. And I woke up the next morning and the song just fell out in an hour. The whole thing was written. In 95, it was recorded with 14 other songs. And it really foretold my future because 3 years after I wrote Destiny Road, which is about the Emerald Hills far, far away, I moved from Manhattan Beach, California to Park City, Utah. And in the song, I meet a world traveler. My wife of 21 years grew up in Saudi Arabia. I mean, she's American, but she grew up in Saudi Arabia and traveled all over the world. And just by happenstance, we met on the slopes of Park City, and within a year, we were married.
Wow. That's amazing. So do you believe that the songs, when they come to you like that, that they come from somewhere else, that in a way you snatch them out? You've got to be receptive, but you snatch them out of the universe or the air in a way. And this is a perfect example of maybe how that might be true in some way. That, well, where do you think that your lyrics come from? Where do you think that the music comes from that comes to you? Does it always come to you like that, in that magical kind of an experience, or is it something that you work on most of the time and it doesn't come as easy?
Actually, music songwriting comes to me like walking, and it's stream of consciousness, you know,
Yeah.
um, and being able to think about my life's experiences, and I'll get up in the morning, pick up my guitar, and something just falls out. And what I do is I record the theme, the idea of the song, and then I work with either Chris or Cleem, and we arrange it. And um, we were up until recently, because my publicist told me I had to stop. That's Rhonda Kelly. We
Uh-huh.
were releasing one song a week for the last year.
Wow. That's aggressive. That's more than most artists are able to put out. So you're really prolific in creating music and putting it out there. That's really great. And for a Gary Dranow fan, or if you're just becoming a Gary Dranow fan now after listening to some of the music that we're playing here, that's good to know that you keep. It sounds like a hard grind. It sounds like Rhonda's uh, uh, grinded you there a little bit, but if you're a fan, it's so nice to have something, just keep adding to your playlist, the Gary Drano playlist. I got to take another real quick break, but that's okay, because we get to listen to In the Morning Light. Gary, what do you got anything to say about this song? Introduce this song for us.
I actually got the idea for In the Morning Light on this last September 11th, when I was thinking about the tragedy, and I wrote the song from a positive uh, uh, reaction to what happened back then. And that's it was Clem and I wrote it. Well, I wrote it, Clem and I arranged it and got it produced, and very happy with it.
Yeah, you should be. It's really great. So I'm going to play that now as we go to break. And check out Gary on YouTube. He's very active, as he says, on YouTube. It's Gary Drano, all things music on YouTube. And go to garydrano.net. Tour dates, you can see him live, see his new music as it gets released. And there's a lot of great stuff on that website. So garydrano.net. Their forthcoming album, no release date yet, but follow Gary and you're gonna find out when it's out. It's Never Give Up. Gary's street team. You want to join that. That's how you find out everything that happens. garydrano.net. Okay, so we're gonna go to break here. You're listening to In the Morning Light by Gary Drano.